course, we had what we all felt to be a very strong screenplay. But the opportunity, I think, for Sissy, who had never shared screen time with Bobby, and Bill, the opportunity to work across from him.
Were you anxious about whether Bill would actually turn up on day one?
I think that gets sort of blown out of proportion and mythologized a bit. Looking back at how it all transpired, when an actor, and a very famous actor, calls me, someone that he doesn't know, to discuss a project, that in many ways is that first big step. You've got, no agents, no managers sort of polluting the conversation, with other sort of interests at hand. You had a guy that just wanted to get to know another guy and a project, and we discussed baseball and golf and family, and finally got around to talking about Get Low, and I called it a movie at one point, and he said, "This is not a movie, this is a film." And he said he had worked with Sissy once on SNL, but I think the Bobby factor was certainly one of the big reasons that he ultimately climbed on board. Of course, he never actually says yes, and there's no signed contract. But through sort of, cryptic texts and various forms of unconventional, communication, he shows up, and he actually beat everyone to the production that first morning for his hair and wardrobe test. So he gets his clothes on, walks into the other room where the whole crew's waiting, and he says, "Let me guess, you guys had a over-under on whether or not I'd show up," and it just immediately, the tension is broken and everyone loosens up because they're all staring at Bill Murray walking across. He's a tall guy and perhaps a little intimidating to some, but from that point on, once he does show, it's complete professionalism, and he demands hard work out of everyone surrounding him, and but at the same time, he likes to have fun. I mean, he'll have no qualms, picking up a C-stand or pushing a camera cart and helping out. But he likes it done right. But it's without pretension, and it's always with a hearty dose of humor. So we had fun, and it was also interesting to see the contrast between Bobby, who a little more stoic, a little more sort of methodical, quiet in his approach, and sort of prepping for a scene, and then there's Bill, who's just ambling around. He'd just as rather spend time with the producer, the director, than with the key grip or PA. There's no hierarchy or who he's supposed to cozy up there. He just doesn't care.
Well, you're a